What's up, guys? Welcome to Blake's Garage, another totally tubular 2-minute tool time Tuesday. We're gonna try to do a quick review of some tools that are kind of like this, except they're not at all like this. Okay, I got a new box from Milwaukee Tool, and this thing is pretty dang rad. Now, I just showed you these, right? These little, grinders, right? Angle grinders, die grinders, that sort of thing. But they have this on the end, right? This one's got that. This one's got that. This one doesn't have that, but should have that. Those have been sitting in my drawer for like multiple years because I don't even own an air compressor anymore. Because I just feel that they're completely outdated and useless. I feel like it's like cable TV. Let me know down below if you guys actually like still have cable or satellite, or if you just stream everything. But I pretty much stream everything and watch everything on YouTube, and that seems to do the trick for me. Just like that, I feel that everything has gone to batteries because batteries do not suck anymore. So this thing is super cool. This is the M12 Milwaukee FUEL system. That's the battery pack. This one seems to come with 2 batteries, a charger, the die grinder, and a contractor's bag. 20% more power than pneumatic. So where this would bog down sort of thing, this one's actually gonna have 20% more power in that area. Also, they're saying there's greater mobility, which is super cool. So it looks like there's multiple speeds on this, from 0 to 24,500 RPM and 0.3 horsepower of output, basically. So like the amount of, horsepower it has to keep on spinning. Okay, we're getting a little creative here. I like all the advertising they give you on here. So we're just gonna say, look at this. Milwaukee makes this one, bam. Then they have the pneumatic competitor, which is yellow, which I don't know, we'll just go with whatever the yellow brand is. And you can see the curve does not go as high. Like if you're looking at a dyno chart and you're right down here and the other guy's up here, yeah, you should be worried about that one. So then it looks like we got different modes. So 10,000 for mode 1, 15,000 for mode 2, 20,000 for mode 3, and 24,500 for mode 4. They're giving you different kind of things that you would use. So apparently this is a brushless motor on it, and like they're showing right here, no hoses. I hate hoses. See this? I got this thing. I ain't using a hose. Impact wrench. I'm using these impact ratchets. These things are awesome. Battery, M12, love these things. Got their little, socket set. Freaking awesome. Let's jump on in here. Ooh, all right. So, a charger. Now for me, I have quite a few of these chargers, and it's whatever. But for you, if you don't have an M12 system, you can start out with this, and this is a single charger. However, it does not have an M18 charger with it. So that looks like this over here. Actually, it more so looks like this, where you'll have an M18 charger. And then when you get the big boy stuff, when you start charging up these M18s and 9 amp hours, you get the rapid charger, which actually charges quicker. And then you start acquiring quite a few batteries, which is always awesome. So that's great. The fact that it comes with 2 batteries in this kit is rad. When it comes with 1 battery, it's like, well, thank you very much. But when it comes with 2, it's like, oh, hell yeah. 2 more batteries. I could put in this, I could put in that, I could put in this, I could put in all my other stuff that I have that's sitting in the back of my car. But I have quite a few Milwaukee tools, and the M12 stuff, it does work. My favorite M12 tool, I got 2 favorites right now. The extended reach 3/8, which is not this one, it's longer, but just came out. That one's rad, really love it. And then the stubby impact wrench. That one's really rad too, because it's super like stubby and it gets into tight places, and it has 250 foot-pounds of nut busting torque. But back to this guy, so we'll kind of show you what it's got. Ooh. Okay, so this matters right here. See this little screen? That totally matters. I've had like different grinding tools before where it doesn't have that, and what ends up happening is when you start using the die grinder on you know, fine pieces of metal, it makes dust and then it gets into the motor, and now you've just screwed the brushes on your motor if it's a brush motor, or if it's brushless, you know, you've just kind of clogged that thing up, and now it doesn't have a nice area to flow air for the brushless magnet situation. All right, so this thing looks pretty cool. One finger kind of operation, or I should say one hand, right? It does have that safety right here. Pretty dang easy to use. And then we got this quick little sticker on here that shows us different modes. So again, I'll just go over them. 15,000 on 2, 10,000 on 1, 24,500 on mode 4, and 20,000 on mode 3. So really cool. Now, one thing this kit does not, wait, maybe it does. Maybe it does come with it. I was gonna say is any sort of grinding stuff, any grinding things. All right, it does come with 2 wrenches and obviously an instruction manual, but you know what we do with those. We look at them when we have an issue, and if we don't have an issue, we're good. So it does come with these 2 wrenches to chuck this stuff up. Now, one thing that I would like to see with that, some sort of integration with these wrenches would be rad. I don't know, you know, if this slid in here, like there was like a little slot, I don't know. To me, that would be cool because it would just kind of leave it with the tool. But I mean, it is what it is. You just put it in the toolbox and it's whatever. So let's throw a non-charged battery in here. And with all these M12 things, we get the nice little indicator. So let's see where we're at. Probably like 1 bar. Let's see. Oh, we got 2. All right, we got 2 bars. So let's see how this ramps up here. Giving it a little bit of trigger. It's nice and quiet. Oh, and that's actually, wow, that's on mode 4. 24,500 RPM. All right, let's put it to mode 1. Let's listen to it. Wow. Okay, so that is really, really quiet. What I like about a lot of Milwaukee tools with all their fuel brushless stuff is the motors that they have in them, the brushless motors, are super quiet, which is really nice. I mean, it's just one of those things. Obviously, when you put a burr in the end of this thing or some sort of abrasive wheel, that's when you're gonna start making the noise. But it's just cool that the tool itself is a nice sound. It's not like a high-pitched. Very, very mellow, which is nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and rip that sticker off. We don't need that anymore. But it's just good to know, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, faster. Now, this is an interesting thing. I can't change the speed while I'm going. So I don't think that that's really an issue, but just something to be aware of. That's number 2. 3 here. And it ramps in really nicely. Nice variable control there. And 4. So that is really cool because with these, as you know, your air compressor is loud as hell. Your hose is annoying as hell because now you got this stupid hose attached to you. All right, we'll give it a kind of size comparison. This is an old school one that was my grandpa's. I mean, sort of similar. This one's at a right angle. I'm not gonna show you the brand on this guy, but you know, pretty similar to the you know, the pneumatic style here. And then this is just some like random cheap one. It's really small, so that's kind of cool. And very similar to that right there, which, you know, if you did have something like this, it's really, really small and you needed it for a certain operation, cool. But guess what? A giant hose is gonna be sticking out of the back of this. So this just got like this big, right? So anyways, okay. I wanna throw a burr on the end of this thing, one of these little grinders. We'll kind of grind some stuff. I'll give it a little bog test, and that'll kind of wrap up the unboxing of this thing, but we're just kind of showing off this new tool. Super cool. Definitely a totally tubular 2-minute tool time tool. I don't think this is gonna be 2 minutes. I know I've already, oh, I've gone like 10 minutes. But anyways, it's a totally tubular tool. We'll go with that. And this thing's gonna come in super handy on all my little projects where I gotta do some grinding. I know this would have helped with my S52 swap. Tool is provided. It does have 2 different size wrenches. Obviously you can use your own wrenches, but you know, it comes with an 11/16 and a half. So the half goes here at the bottom and the 11/16 is at the top. So that's gonna be an American standard SAE style wrench. So if you guys lose those and you're all metric, you might have a little bit of an issue there, but I think most of us have the standard stuff as well. All right, so once it's loosened up, you can go ahead and chuck up a little bit. Now, some of these I have are really old school, so they are a little bit, I don't know, maybe a little bit fatter than most of your new ones. I really haven't purchased any new ones in quite some time. But anyways, let's go ahead and chuck this thing up here. It looks pretty dang good here. So that one would be good for like, ooh, get a little bit of a different vibration there. This one, obviously, you're gonna want to use safety glasses when you're using this tool. But if you wanted to grind on some metal here, let's go get something that we can give it a little grind. So let's show a little bit of grindage here. And I am putting a lot of pressure onto that, just so you guys know. Let's see. That is, here's regular pressure. And I'm gonna give it some beans. Oh yeah. So you can see, grinds away nicely. You know, this thing is gonna be nice and accurate for you and kind of do whatever you want. Some different things you might use on this. I don't have a bunch of them at the moment, but I probably will go pick some up. Is you know those little Scotch Brites, little spinny ones, little spinny pad style ones, quick connects. Those will, you know, do some work for you for cleaning up some metal. Wire wheel brushes, so I guess not necessarily this one, but something similar I could chuck up in there with a wire brush. Something along the lines of this, if I wanted to, you know, this little sanding disc. This one's rated at 23,000 RPM max, but I could use something along the lines of that. And then some non-woven cutoff discs, some abrasive cutoff discs, you know, kind of like these guys right here, where you just use the abrasive discs to cut into things, which is super useful. That's usually my #1 go-to, is just the cutoff wheels. So that pretty much wraps up this unboxing of the 1/4 inch right angle die grinder kit. This is the 2485-22. The 2485-20 is going to be the tool alone, without the batteries and without the charger. So if you want to save a little bit of money because you already have an M12 kit, go ahead and get the 2485-20. Also, if you guys have not subscribed, I definitely recommend to subscribe. Do a lot of car content, and also I do a lot of tool unboxings all the time, it seems. This one is one I will be doing coming up soon. Installation drill driver kit, the 2505-22. This thing is pretty rad, pretty fancy. I'll show you some trick stuff with that. And then this is one I've been using for a little bit here too, the 2769-22. That is a high torque impact driver. This thing is badass. It's also an extended anvil, so keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching, guys. We will talk to you soon. Later, and wrench on.
This is a Chucky Beat production.